What's good, people? It's Old Styles in the building. Sorry, running a little bit late. Nads is in the building as well too. Nads, what's going on?
Yo, 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 what's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. So let's get right into it, man. We had to delay this a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling a little under the weather. You know what I mean? But for those who don't know, I'm Old Styles. This is Nads. The person in the picture there is Nads, right?
Very,
Nads,
very
let them know
awkward.
what was going on in that picture there and what this video is all about, real quick.
Yeah, very awkward looking photo of me. Face looks huge. But anyways, you're just trying to be funny this time.
No, that's how it came out. Okay, that's off my GoPro. This is all filmed off the GoPro.
Okay.
This is all off the GoPro. So I just took all the footage I got just raw off the GoPro.
Oh,
literally. So this is how I gave you the GoPro at this particular moment.
yes.
And you basically press play at that exact time. So this is all unedited footage off the GoPro.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So let them know, like, what was going on here.
So this is when we were on our way to go see the Chris Rock show. What's it? The Eagle's Dead or something
Eagle
like that?
Death Tour.
Eagle Death
name.
Tour. Yeah. So we were on our way down to the Scotia Bank Arena
In Toronto,
in
Ontario, Canada.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were checking out. Never seen Chris Rock ever.
Never.
So it was actually quite nice to go see him. So
What sparked us to go to the Chris Rock? Do you think it was that slap?
I think
it got us based on the slap.
Yes, because I had no idea that he was on tour prior to that incident.
Yeah. So do you still think it might have been fixed, or do you think that it basically
No, it was pretty real. It was real.
that slap was real?
Yeah, but it is what it is now, and
I guess we'll kind of get into what he said too, right? About the slap. So
we'll get into
I mean,
it helped him a lot. It helped. I think it helped Chris Rock more than Will Smith, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as of right now, I guess so.
That's
but Will Smith, you already know Will Smith is, one of the greatest actors of all time.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, ready to play the video? We're ready to get into this.
I am ready.
/ review of the Chris Rock Death Eagle. Okay, let's play it.
All right.
Well, that's on you. That's on you.
Can you see it?
I can.
Yo, on the way down to Chris Rock. Running a little late. Look at the time. The show starts in 13 minutes. And we're not even... we're about like an hour away right now. So hopefully we don't miss Chris Rock. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild though? Why are we so late, bruh? Jeez.
Well, we already discussed that. We had that discussion.
Yeah, we don't have to discuss it too much, but like,
yeah,
we were late. Yo.
But it's okay. We arrived at the right moment, so that's all.
We were late. Like, we literally supposed to be there at 8, and we were literally maybe about 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah.
What, 15 minutes before showtime? Maybe an hour away. 15 minutes before the show's supposed to start. We were an hour away. So they didn't get off to a good start. But we proceeded. We proceeded to go.
Mm-hmm.
This is the drive. This is the drive. No traffic at all. At the beginning. Let me remove this here.
Yeah, can you stop showing that?
Nothing at the beginning.
Gosh.
Nothing at the beginning in terms of traffic, but then we got a little further downtown. It was like a standstill in traffic. It was bad. Whether you were on
Yeah.
whether you were on the highway or you were on the road, it was just like a standstill of traffic. You see this car making a U-turn. Smart man or woman.
Right.
All right. So that was more of the drive down, a lot of traffic, and by this time, I think it was what, maybe. Oh, wait, a lot of unedited stuff. Right? So.
Yeah, you should have edited that. Like me on the phone.
Let me get it out. But yeah, this is just like we're here listening to the Drake album, just kind of on our way down. Let me get that out. But yeah, listen to the Drake album on the way down. A lot of traffic. Basically, we're super late, like super late. I think at that time it must have been at least 8:15, maybe 8:20, and we're supposed to start at 8. We're supposed to be there by 8. So this is more driving. This is along Lakeshore. I think Taco Fest is actually going on during this time as well too, which added to the traffic. But nonetheless, we got there. And this is us. This is walking in. Let me pull this up a little bit. This is walking in now.
Chris Rock, baby. Chris Rock, baby.
Scotia
Tiger
Bank,
Woods, y'all.
Saturday
It's
night
all good,
downtown.
y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. It's all good, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. It's all good, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. It's all good, y'all.
Oh my gosh, you're singing.
I'm gonna let this run, actually.
Scotia Bank had some type of policy, or I think it was what Rock Nation had a policy for, and then there's the good old boys, and you know what? They had some type of policy, right, about
COVID-19, but then it all worked out because you just walked right in. It was
yeah. So we did all this reading up online about it, about the getting a test, a rapid test, and this and that. But then we got there, nothing. Just walked right in, not even asked them. So, word to the wise, I don't know. I would be on the safe side, maybe get the test, but they didn't care. We went over here, they didn't care.
Fuck that.
Maybe they were at the beginning, but by the time we got there, they just stopped.
You have the COVID shit?
I gave it to you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, this is raw.
It's in the handheld thing.
This is raw. So.
I told you, I sent you a picture.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Event parking, $35.
Hotel Valley.
Grammar, $65.55. How much you think it is to a condo in here? That's, I'm telling you, $3.
Grammar.
Easily.
That's where the Raptors play as well,
That's
too.
amazing.
Scotia Bank Arena. Leafs play here as well.
My mom says her neighbors
Maple Leaf Square, bro. Oh, they're here too?
Yeah.
Which neighbor?
My next door neighbor.
Yeah, my next door neighbor. She said the show was alright.
What gate do we enter through?
Didn't
Oh,
find
she did?
That was alright. Yeah.
Okay.
But you see how, remember I was telling you earlier when we were down there how when Scotia Bank, when it used to be Air Canada Centre, I remember going there when it first opened and none of those buildings are around. It was all one big empty lot. You see where in front of there, it was one big empty field.
Right.
And it's like, it's crazy, like over 20 years later, it's completely different. It's like buildings all around. You can barely see it. Yeah. Whereas back when it first opened, you can see it. You can see it from the highway,
Yeah.
The whole building. It was all those buildings, it was all like grubble. Like it was like, yeah, there was and there was actually a parking lot right in front of it. Yeah, Air Canada, when it used to be called Air Canada Centre, there was you see where the front part is, that was that area, that whole area where those condos is, that was all a parking lot.
Oh wow.
when it first when it first well, when they rebuilt it, because it was I think it was like an old um Canada Post building or something like that back in the day. But anyways, yeah, but yeah, so we'll continue. When we got inside,
Yeah, so we got
they answered.
inside, and
Yeah, go ahead.
basically they didn't ask for nothing,
No,
nothing whatsoever. We just walked right in. We got in, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at about 8:55, maybe almost 9. I
almost
mean, it was
like
like 8:50.
yeah,
I think it was about 8:50 to 8:55. And I swear to you, as soon as we got in there was nobody else. Like everybody was already in their seats, ready for
right,
action, ready to watch Chris
yeah,
Rock. And we had to like scramble to try to find a drink. Finally found the drink. And once we got to our seats, Chris Rock was already performing. He already was on stage. So I don't think we missed much, but we missed at least a good
no,
at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Easily missed 5 minutes. So this is actually the aftermath after.
We just gotta catch it and then we'll go, right?
Oh, we can go right now. It doesn't matter. How'd you like it? Your first reaction?
It was good. I had a good time. He was funny. Funny dude, man.
What was like the best part, would you say? I like the ending.
The ending?
I like the ending still.
Oh, okay.
I like the ending, but
Ending, okay.
Wait a second. What did he say at the ending again? He said, "Oh yeah." What did he say? He said, "If it's a lot of women working or not working in the area." No. He said, you're in a good area when you see a lot of women running around in tracksuits, exercising, relaxing at coffee shops. You know you're in a good area. You know you're in a bad area.
Yeah.
You see a lot of men not working, hanging around, sitting or hanging out in tracksuits. I thought that was a really, really
Around
good
drinking, because then you're in the hood,
you know you're in a bad area. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really smart. The way that he put it was actually pretty elegant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's kind of liberal. He got a little too liberal with me for like a little bit.
I think
He got a little
Chris
too
Rock is
liberal.
Chris Rock. He's funny.
Yeah, he's
Funny
Chris
dude,
Rock. He's
right?
gonna pander. He panders to a lot of
Yeah.
sectors of society I don't really like.
I don't know. I like how he handled the Will Smith situation.
Yeah, he said one thing about like the hand being greasy or some shit like that.
No, this lotion. This
Yeah,
hand
the
was like
lotion. Yeah, his hand was lotion.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
hand
it was
being greasy.
funny.
Lotion.
Yeah.
What else did he talk about? He talked about so
yo, just to expand on that, I mean, he could have did a little bit more. Like just in like like looking back on it, he said one thing. Maybe he said more that we might have missed, but he literally said one thing about that situation, then said, "Oh, it's not a big deal. People are going through worse things in this world." I feel like that's kind of like a cop out, but he could have like went in on him a little bit more. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Yeah, he could have said, but I guess he says something differently on each show. I'm
You think
assuming,
so?
right?
We're assuming, but I'm pretty sure he might keep the same routine for all shows. Maybe that's why you can't take cell phone videos, because that was a big thing too when we got in there. There was like no one was allowed to take no cell phone footage. No one's allowed to. Everyone had to keep their phones in pouches. But I did at some points in time see people like flashing pictures and stuff like that. I don't know if you caught that on the lower level. I seen people like flashing. I seen flashing pictures.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't catch that at all, man.
I seen a little bit of that, but
Yeah.
the whole Will Smith thing, I think he gave one little smart remark. He could have went in on him. That would have been fun. Like if he went in on him, like just said some like wild, outlandish things, that would have been. I would have been like, oh, like I would have been like, yeah, that's what I'm here to hear. That's what I'm here to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to hear.
I don't know. Overall, like he was pretty funny. He was just Chris Rock. He looked pretty much the same. I was just thinking after the show, Chris, he's come a long way from being Pookie from New Jack City guy.
That's a
The
long time. That's like
crackhead.
30 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
come
easily
on,
30
like
years.
that's so long ago. Like this dude was I still remember him from the Champagne Room song.
Yeah.
I remember him from that. I remember him from the public service announcements on his show, the Chris Rock show. There's so much. There's so much that he's done in the last like
And his
30
son,
years.
Everybody Hates Chris, which is, I
Everybody
thought
hates
was a really
Chris.
good show
Great show.
when he was
Amazing
younger.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing show.
Yeah.
I mean, all the movies that he's done, right?
Yeah.
He's done so much, man. He's done so much. So it was actually good to see him. It was actually really good to see him. So.
Yeah.
Some of his daughters.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when he talks about his daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when he's talking about his daughters, he was saying stuff along the lines like his daughters are like super bougie, super rich, like rich, the best of everything. And like he's kind of like trying to couple that in with like different things going on in the world. Like believing all women and stuff like that. Like if one of his
Yeah.
daughters say that something happened to her, he would say, you know, like he would question it. But if one of his other daughters, the really good one, said something happened to her, then he would be like, immediately go grab for his strap, for example.
Yeah.
He would say that. What else is he talking about?
But he talks about the other girl, was it Lola?
Lola, yeah.
He'd do the same thing, but then he'll ask the guy what happened.
Yeah, what happened? Because Lola's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
He's talking about how what else did he say about the daughters?
Oh, one of the daughters, does culinary school in Paris.
Yes, culinary school. Yeah. Yes. This, and then who would have thought that? Who could have thought that like a guy, a second, my dad was born in this year and my dad was born in this year, whatever. My mom was born in this year, whatever. Who would have thought that like my daughter would be going to culinary school in Paris and all this stuff? Like, I don't know, just kind of like generic slavery, mumbo jumbo type of talk, like discrimination, Jim Crow era type of talk, like just kind of focusing on that portion of his lineage, not knowing, who knows what the previous generation might have been doing, but it's kind of pandering to that liberal kind of sect of like, just victimization. You know what I mean? Look how far we've come. My daughter's in culinary school. But I mean, to each his own. I guess that's a big achievement, but I just didn't find it funny. Like a lot of that stuff wasn't really funny to me. Like he said other things that were a lot more funny.
Yeah.
He seemed like he's a good conversationalist at the end of the day. He seemed like he's a good guy to sit down and have a conversation with about life. But a lot of his stuff just wasn't really hitting. Like I was not laughing at a lot of his daughter's stuff. Some of his other stuff was a lot funnier, which I think we touched on.
He talked about Biden being a statue. He's a effing statue.
Yeah, he's a statue. I think we talked more about.
We talked about like the Me Too era. That was good too. I like that shit. The Me Too stuff. What else? Yeah. We got here a little late, but I don't think we missed too much.
We didn't miss too much. We were like, remember when we were coming in, we just got on the stage.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe like 5
minutes after. No, because remember I heard like when we were coming in, looking to go upstairs. We
just started. Yeah. But
okay, well, I guess.
Well, fuck it.
Yeah, I guess we'll go. Okay, all right.
Yeah, keep talking. You want to hold it?
It's okay.
And you didn't station. No, we didn't come out this way, yo.
No, we didn't. No, we're further up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's just right.
Very diverse.
Oh, we can walk up this way.
Okay, all right.
Like a lot of like every type of person was in there, like black, white, Chinese, black, white, yellow, brown, every color. Everybody was in there.
Yeah, but I don't know, because I guess now I can see that, because when we were sitting up there, I'm like, you could see like, it wasn't as diverse as I thought it was. But then when you actually look at when everybody's coming out, then you realize, oh yes, it was that. Yeah.
I mean, definitely like $120 a pop for a ticket. Like, you're not really gonna get. It just depends, right? Like, it just depends. It just depends.
Yeah.
It depends, man.
God himself came down and spoke to her. But yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
look at these bums. Look at these bums.
Hillary Clinton, right? How she had what she ran for 2 terms.
Two terms and she lost both.
And she lost both, yeah. So he was going on about that. Pretty funny, but it was a hype.
Bums.
That's just me talking about the Leafs, the bums, the proverbial bums.
Not.
They are bums.
And you try to defend them. I don't know why. They are bums, big bums.
All right.
And then next, what I have here.
I was really feeling that Nas X.
Hey, can we like?
Oh yeah, he was talking
touch
a lot
on
about Lil Nas X. Like, he was going in. He's like, I love Lil Nas X. He loves Lil Nas X. I don't know what.
Yeah, he's in the video. He's in the Old Time Road video.
Yes, he's in the Old Time Road
The
video.
end, yeah.
Talked a lot about Lil Nas X. Brought him up multiple times.
I didn't know why.
I wonder
It's
why.
not that relevant anymore. People don't really care about him too much.
Yeah, he's just
kind of busy.
Guys like that. They'll be around for a long time for sure. They ain't going nowhere.
No, people don't really care about him anymore.
They are not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. So, him talked about Megan Thee Stallion. Talked about Doja Cat. How he's an older guy and he wants to get with a Doja Cat.
Yeah,
Megan Thee Stallion. So that was a little interesting too. How he
definitely
brought that up. So he was gonna go party with Drake after, party with The Weeknd. Even though Drake
I think that was just a joke because I don't think Drake was even in Toronto.
I think he was in Miami or something like that.
Yeah, he's in Miami. So I think that was just a joke.
Yeah, so that was just a joke.
Yeah.
The fact that the beer cost $14.95.
Yo, that was expensive. 2 beers came to almost $30. I could have got a whole bottle of Appleton for that earlier.
Yeah. About that. Yo, that was ridiculous. The price of a bottle. Yeah, you can get certain bottles in the LCBO for the price of 2 beers in Scotia Bank. That's nothing new. Nothing new, right? We all know this, but
yeah.
Whatever.
Way overpriced, obviously.
Way overpriced.
Way
overpriced.
Because it's like those
you can only pay with cash.
Drinking are like $3 and change a pop.
Yeah. And you can't pay with you can only pay with credit card or something.
Which sucks. Like I had cash.
You can't pay. Yeah, you can only pay with MasterCard or something.
Yeah, it's like
what? Yeah.
A bottle of I could have got a bottle of something.
Definitely.
Bottle of gin, anything for that. 2 beers came to so much, yo. That was way
quite
too
expensive.
much, yo.
Quite expensive, right?
Way too much, yo. So this is outside after how it looks. After the Chris Rock concert, how it looks. Bremer, whatever you call this street, yo. But yeah, touching on Chris Rock.
You wanna try some street
hell
meat?
fucking no. You don't eat that shit. Come on. Hell.
Excuse the cursing and the profanity. Sorry.
Yeah.
I really don't eat street meat, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Chris Rock. I don't know. For me personally, he's just a little too liberal for me. Remember, he said that he likes Lil Nas. Okay, we already talked about Lil Nas X, right?
Park down here.
I know. I know where he parks.
All right, cool.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, we parked literally on this side of the street, right across the street. Yeah. What else did he talk about? Talked about COVID. Talked about COVID.
Oh yeah. I don't think we can say those words on these live streams, but
no.
Talk about that he got the jab. He got the jab twice. He was the first one in line and all this type of stuff. And people started clapping when he said that. And when he started, he kind of dissed in a way the people who aren't quote unquote, inoculated. And then people were cheering in the crowd. So again, very, very liberal, very liberal.
Very pro, you know what I mean? Pro everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, that I wouldn't say it rubbed me the wrong way, but that's not really me. Come swaka. Yeah. So.
Yeah, pro everything. That's Chris Rock for you. Pro everything. whatever's out there in the news, he's pro. So whether it's the jab, whether it's bashing Trump, whether it's Lil Nas X, uh, he's pro. He's pro everything. So that's one thing I'll say about him.
They just moved up their rooftop patio though. Oh shit. So, talking before the pandemic. Yeah.
All right there.
Oh, my bad. So yeah. What else? What else did he talk about? He talked about a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
What else did he talk about though? What else did what stood out?
What really stood out with him is when he was talking about his lineage, like his, what his grandmother.
Oh yeah, with his dad.
Yeah, I think we touched on that. He talked about that.
His daughter's going to school.
Yeah.
Which was good.
And that he couldn't. I mean, what did he say? Yeah. He said something about he couldn't. They couldn't get teeth pulled as kids, and he tried to bring up all these racial things.
Right.
Meghan Markle. He talked about Meghan.
Oh yeah, he talked about Meghan Markle and her problems aren't.
Real racism.
Yeah, that was.
What I mean?
That was funny.
Yeah, she's not going through no.
That was actually pretty funny. That part was funny when he talked about Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle,
and how, like, what did you expect? Like, that's like you marrying into the Budweiser family.
Wonder why? How come they drink so much?
Yeah, that was funny. I'll give him that. Those are like, he was going hard on those ones. Those are actually funny.
Real racism, Meghan Markle.
He kept getting said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about no Meghan Markle.
It was funny.
That was actually pretty funny, I must say.
Very funny, man.
So that was actually pretty funny.
Look at show the people the CN Tower right now. It's gorgeous.
CN Tower, yeah. If you've ever seen it before, there it is for the millionth time.
Yeah, that actually looked really nice. It's like blue and white. Very pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty, yeah. So yeah, he was talking about Meghan Markle. Yeah. That was actually pretty funny. I don't think it's more than
Fort York. Get the car. Let's see what we can talk about.
Yeah, that one wasn't. No, this was like the last one here. This was the last video.
Right, back at the car. Yeah, that was actually funny, right? What'd you say when you talked about women over 45?
Oh,
yeah, dating women over 45 versus dating women who are 25. Dating women who are 25. send you naked pictures of her, and she just wants a picture of shoes. She just wants shoes. Sending you what? Oh, that was with a hair tie. Sending you pictures of her in the shoes, and then girls over 45 want you to help them get the roof fixed.
I told you I bought it.
Very funny. A lot of funny stuff.
Yeah.
More to come. More footage.
Yeah, what I was trying to say was, Chris, he said a joke where it was like, women over 45 want to help. They basically need help fixing the roof, for example.
Yeah,
right?
because they have more responsibilities.
And then women who are like 25 and under will send you, a request for them to buy
just buy shoes.
Buy them shoes and send you a picture of them in the shoes, like butt naked or something.
Yeah,
so that's why he dates younger women. Yeah. So that was actually pretty funny. Yeah. So that was pretty much it, man. But he was right. He had some good jokes, man, I must say.
He did, yeah. He had some good jokes. It was all right. It was a good show. I had no complaints. So the only thing is, I wish we could have had our phones out to record or take pictures and stuff. But other than that, it was a good show. It was a packed house. It was full, and yeah, it shows that he's a vet. He's a veteran in the game, man. And he really showed that. Yeah, he is a vet. So, yeah. Any final thoughts?
I think that for me, if I wasn't really too into like the whole certain topics that he talked about, I wasn't really too into it, but I like when he touched on the Me Too stuff. I like when he touched on the modern dating stuff. I think that was good.
Yes.
I remember he pulled out his phone and he showed like a text message conversation about
Oh,
him
with a
and
very crazy girl. Yeah, yeah,
crazy woman. So I thought
gross.
that was good too. I think like
Yeah,
Chris Rock talking about himself dating in these times after he has kids and after
yeah,
he has been through a divorce is actually pretty funny, especially that he has money too.
yeah,
So I think that that part of him was actually pretty interesting, like actually getting into his life. Um, but just all the other stuff, the surface stuff, just his opinion on everything, which you know exactly what he's gonna say. I think that made the show a little bit kind of dry. He talked about Black Lives Matter and stuff like that too, different organizations, briefly, right? And again, we touched on Hillary Clinton. That was all right. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, Trump. You know, he did talk bad about Trump and how the country's all messed up and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, anything that he, you know, that's just kind of like a surface level issue that everybody pretty much talks about on TV and stuff like that. I thought that stuff was not really that interesting. It was pretty just straightforward. You know what side he's on. You know, like the jab and stuff like that. But anything about his personal life, like about his daughters, that was pretty cool. Even though that was kind of tied into the racism thing, I wasn't really too feeling that. And then, yeah, overall, it was good though. Like when he was talking about that dating stuff, that was actually pretty interesting, pretty funny. I must say. What else did he talk about? Anything else? Any final thoughts?
um, I can't remember. It will be brought back to my remembrance. I'm just trying to remember also what else he talked about. He did go into the liberal stuff with the women and abortions and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I didn't
Boy,
really
he had to
find
tread
that.
lightly with that one too, because I felt like people were gonna boo him or stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Saying
they
the
they
wrong
it
thing.
was just awkward.
Yeah,
That's
I saw him saying like I didn't mind him talking about it, but the
yeah.
audience you could tell is not gonna be receptive to anything he said. He should be able to just say whatever. It shouldn't matter. He shouldn't have to pander to the audience. I didn't like that. He should say whatever the heck's on his mind. He shouldn't
Right.
it shouldn't come off as something politically correct. That's what I didn't like about it. Half the stuff that he said came off as being politically correct. What were you saying now?
No, no, no. That's yeah.
What did he say about abortion though?
Oh, just so women have. I guess because in the United States they're trying to eliminate abortions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a big talk in the past few months. But he said that people will be running to Canada
Oh
to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, and
yeah, yeah.
stuff like that, and he's just talking about that, and and he kind of made a joke about because I guess the women just want safe abortions and all that stuff, and me personally, I don't really believe in abortions. Kind of like I like it to each their own. Like because sometimes there's situations where women get raped and then they end up getting pregnant, and yeah, they want to you know um
But
they have
nine
the right
point
to
nine times out
yeah
of 10 these days, it's not because of that. Like, let's be real.
yeah
9.99 times out of
nine out of
10,
10 times they just
that's
is
not why people are getting it done these days.
exactly. It's just they're just not being responsible. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
And that's kind of like the way that we think. That's kind of like the way that the common person thinks. But it feels like to be socially correct, you're pandering to that one person, right?
yeah,
Who thinks that who thinks the complete opposite, and that's what I think we're getting at. Like the politically correct environment of a place like Toronto just kind of ruins people like Chris Rock, who you can tell want to speak their mind. I'm sure they think the same way, but they can't. They have to pander to the politically correctness of their room, right? So it is what it is. It's too politically correct for me. The jokes, the environment, way too politically correct. What
yeah.
do you think about that, Nats?
Um, I don't know. Like, I think that's about it. Like, I just don't really. I
Well,
can't.
what, I remember I kept hearing you in the audience. You were like, "Yup," yup. Like you were saying, yup. Like you were agreeing with a lot of stuff he was saying.
Some so yeah, most of the stuff I was there, but not like the whole emotion thing. I kind of got quiet. I'm like, it kind of was like awkward, but then, um, yeah, like it was fun because he was talking about there's something that he said, and I was just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like this guy, and I forgot what he said. I don't know if you remember.
Which part?
I can't remember to be honest. Yeah, I can remember.
Oh,
That's why it's good to have the camera, like to have the actual phone there, so at least you can videotape and you remember some of the jokes he said. Because
yeah. I think
I
that's
don't
maybe why
remember,
he didn't do it. Yeah.
So
But which one? Which one? Like, what was he talking about?
yeah, I can't remember about. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to remember exactly.
Everything, yeah.
Um, I feel like it'll come back, like you said. Like it will come back, but yeah, at the moment it's kind of hard to remember all of his jokes because he said so much. He's on for like an hour and a half.
Right.
So, but he had some good ones. He definitely had some good ones. What was he talking about? Which one? Which joke are you talking about? Like, what was he talking about? Do you think?
I don't remember, Malcolm, to be honest.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
What do you? Okay. Any other moments that we can remember before we wrap it up?
Sorry?
Anything else?
No, no, no. Like overall, it was a good show. Yeah, I have no complaints. It was a good show.
Okay. What do you give it out of 10?
I would say 7.5. Like, what about you?
I'll give it a pro. I'll give it this. I'll give it about a 7. I'll give it a
7.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it wasn't bad. He was funny. He was actually funny.
yeah,
But I didn't. Okay, our seats are pretty good, but it
yeah.
was kind of on the wrong side. Like it wasn't really that clear. Like it
Oh,
was. There's like something up like blocking where we're
something was
sitting.
blocking him, but you can still see him.
You
Like
still
if you
see him,
still
but
where we're
something was
sitting was
blocking.
pretty okay. You can still see him. They had the big screens there, so yeah, that wasn't an issue to me. I can still see him. Um, though. Oh, I do remember the joke when he talks about like short men have to work extra hard.
Yes.
Short
Yes.
dark men. I
Yes.
noticed that like that was pretty funny. He says
Yes.
that look at Kevin Hart. He works 10 times harder than him.
Yeah, and he
He was
said,
like, Angie, why was I in Jumanji?
yeah,
And stuff like that.
with the Rock, and he's like, "Oh, my
The Rock.
last
Well,
name is
the
Rock."
Rock.
Yeah.
My last name is Rock. So yeah, that's funny. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. My last name is Rock.
Yeah,
Oh, he did like curse a lot though.
he did.
F
He
this,
did.
F that, F this, F that. I was
Yeah,
like,
he cursed a
okay.
lot. Yeah.
Did get a little bit on the nasty side with the girl and I'm not gonna repeat
The
that.
girl, what? Which one?
No, I'm not gonna repeat it. You can repeat it, but
Which
I'm
one?
not.
Which one? Which part?
What do you mean? Which part? He started to get sexually explicit for a bit.
About what?
Malcolm, come on. I mean, Omarion, come on. Omarion. Omari.
But which part? Like, I really can't remember like which exact part you're talking about.
Oh my god. And he's talking about girls and he's like, remember what, he's talking about the difference between, like the relationship. Oh, I don't like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's
That
like,
that you
some
never
people
call
right
that
now,
person
the
again,
only
but
reason why you're here is because you needed a ride home, because you needed a ride here, or something like that. That one.
that part was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that part was funny.
Yeah.
But that wasn't explicit.
No, there's another joke he said that was explicit. I'm not gonna repeat it, Malcolm. I mean, Mr. Styles. Sorry, I keep on calling
Oh, it's coming up again, no? There's more on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So overall, you give it a 7.5. I give it a 7. I think we
Yeah.
covered all the jokes that he did. Any other jokes you can remember?
Those are the only ones I can remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other final thoughts? Any other topics you want to touch?
Um, the Drake's album sounds like one big passion fruit, but it's all good.
I like the album. I like the
You
album.
like the album, but I'm not really into the dance tracks like that, so I would skip through it. Um, yeah, but that's a whole different live stream.
Okay. Yeah, we can come back. We can talk about that another day for
Yeah,
sure.
I was actually watching bits and pieces of a critique on his album by a pretty well known YouTuber that critiques music and stuff. But
Yo,
it's
who
just
are these music critiques? Like, who are they? Like,
Mr.
what is it?
Paul Fontaine. Like he's known. Like he does music reviews and stuff.
Just,
Like he's been around for many years. On the YouTube channel, on the YouTube page. On YouTube Central, I would say, and he has a YouTube. He's been around for a while, and he does like hip hop reviews and album reviews and stuff like that. And right in the studio, whatever room he was in, I don't know. But it's just funny how he was critiquing the album. It was quite funny. I ain't gonna. He's like, what is this? It sounds like it sounds like SHIT. What is this? How come it sounds like that? It
man,
was funny. He's like,
these
wait a
guys are
minute,
not from
that song. What
Toronto.
did he say? That song. Oh, there's a song on there where it should have been an intro. That's what he's saying. That's not a song. That's not a song. It should have been an intro. It was funny, but yeah, but it's just like it is what it is. A lot of people didn't like the album. Me personally, I didn't like it either. I skipped through everything. I didn't like Certified Lover Boy either. I wasn't really into it.
Well, I like the album.
I wasn't into
See how
it. I
you
wasn't
didn't like the
into it.
Chris. See how you like the Chris Rock. Seven
Well,
point
I
five.
gave it 7.5.
I'll give
You
the
gave it a 7,
Drake
so I think we're on the
album.
same page.
I'll give Drake's album like 8.5.
No, you're crazy. But
I like
anyways,
the album. I like the album.
because all the dance tracks sound the same. Like I don't understand. Like yeah.
That's okay.
But wait, no, but this is not. We're talking about Chris Rock. We're not talking about Drake.
Let me be honest with you. I
I
can't
just
sit.
want
I
to
can't sit through a
slide
Michael
that in.
Jackson album.
So
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can sit through a Michael Jackson album. I can't sit through a Michael Jackson album. He
Marty,
has
you
tracks.
can't sit there and say that that's a good that. First of all, the Drake album is not a hip hop album. Let's just keep that
Why does
keep
it
that
have to
above.
be a hip hop
Not
album?
a hip hop album. It's not a rap album. That last album is nowhere hip hop, nowhere rap. That's fine. He wants to do something different, even though it wasn't different because
Okay,
he's
you know
done this.
what? Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But
Let's end this. Let's end this, and we'll come right back on the Drake. Okay, we're
yeah,
gonna end this right now. All right. So, anyways, people, like, comment, subscribe,
yeah.
more content. We're gonna come right back with the Drake. All right. We out.
Well, not tonight. Not tonight. I'm a bit tired.
Not
So
tonight. Not tonight.
We'll come
Okay.
back the next few days.
Yeah, we're gonna set it up, and we're gonna come back with the
Yeah,
Drake.
yeah. We'll set it up, but
Yes.
not tonight though. It's
Okay.
bedtime.
Bedtime. Okay. All right.
All right.
We're gonna holler at you. All right.
Okay. Peace.